In the previous lesson, we examined how exposure assumptions can change when equipment is shared and when multiple successor products are possible. In those situations, the challenge is managing variability in the exposure scenario. However, exposure assumptions are not only influenced by manufacturing context, they can also change when the hazard profile of the product itself increases. Standard residue limit approaches assume that toxicological boundaries remain stable and that exposure translation remains proportionate to risk. In most manufacturing environments, this assumption is reasonable. However, in higher risk or more complex manufacturing contexts, that assumption requires closer evaluation. Two contexts commonly challenge standard residue limit logic: highly hazardous or genotoxic products and cross-sector human and veterinary manufacturing. In these environments, routine calculation alone is insufficient. Additional scientific justification is required to demonstrate that the residue limit remains appropriate for the level of hazard and exposure involved. In the next lessons, we will explore each of these contexts in more detail. We begin by examining how highly hazardous and genotoxic products affect residue limit interpretation, and then consider how cross-sector human and veterinary manufacturing introduces additional exposure considerations.